What if I told you that most of your daily struggles aren't born from the world itself, but from the way your mind interprets and reacts to it? A careless word can spark a wildfire in your chest. A single contemptuous glance can derail an entire afternoon. One impulsive message can echo for weeks. Modern findings keep reminding us, much of our behavior is shaped not by calm reason, but by emotion, fast, hot, and often unexamined. And yet long before our era of overflowing feeds and relentless pings, wise voices left us a blueprint. You command your mind, not the noise around it. Let that settle. Real strength isn't measured in how fast you clap back or how quickly you fire off a reply. Real strength is the rare discipline to choose when not to react, to let the wave pass, to let the spark die out before it becomes a blaze. In an age that celebrates instant takes, composure is not weakness, it's the unfair advantage. If you want the kind of calm no chaos can crack, you're in the right place. Welcome to Stoicism Drive. Stay with me, because we're going to walk through 5 field-tested rules for unshakable emotional control, practical, vivid, and ready to use the next time life tries to yank your strings. Along the way, I'll show you simple drills, mental cues, and real-world scenarios that turn philosophy into reflex, so you don't just know calm, you become calm. Rule 1. The sacred pause, your first shield. A wise maxim says the greatest remedy for anger is delay. Not a long retreat, not an hour, sometimes just a few intentional seconds. Those seconds can save a marriage, preserve a friendship, or stop a reckless financial decision that would take years to unwind. We've been taught that speed is strength, quick replies, instant judgments, rapid-fire decisions, but speed without wisdom is just chaos in motion. The pause is not surrender, it's a strategy. It is the thin, quiet space where your higher self has room to stand. Picture this. You wake to a sudden surge of bad news. Numbers crash, headlines shout, your notifications light up with criticism. One version of you reacts immediately, brittle, defensive, caught in a storm of fear. Trust collapses, the damage compounds. Another version of you takes the pause. You step back, breathe, consult, gather context, speak with precision. Same facts, different outcomes. The difference isn't intelligence, it's the pause. How to train the pause. 3 breath reset. When the heat rises and your chest tightens, stop, inhale deeply, hold, exhale slowly, do it again, and once more. By breath 3, heat becomes light, fog lifts, and your nervous system resets. Label plus delay. Silently label the urge. I want to respond fast. Then add a tiny delay. I'll reply in 5 minutes. Most fires die down in that small window. Anchor phrase. Choose a short cue you whisper to yourself. Speed is not strength. Clarity over urgency. Wait for the second thought. Use it like a shield. Remember, the pause isn't silence, it's power. It isn't retreat, it's preparation. Every time you choose the pause, you choose wisdom over impulse, freedom over compulsion, and strength over chaos. Rule 2. The mirror of truth. What your reactions reveal. Every reaction is a reflection. When someone presses your buttons, it's rarely the button itself that matters, it's the wiring underneath. The sting isn't the event, it's the story you tell yourself about the event. If anger devours you, pride may be driving. If rejection shatters you, your worth might be built on fragile ground. If delays make you frantic, patience is asking for practice. Treat each surge like a flare in the night sky, a bright, unmistakable signal pointing to something inside that wants your attention. Most of us miss the signal and point outward. They made me angry. They ruined my day. The sturdier path flips the question inward. Why did I hand them that power? Turn reactions into teachers. Name it precisely. Not just, I'm upset, but I feel disrespected, or I feel unseen, or I feel vulnerable. Precision reduces confusion. Interrogate the story. Ask, what am I assuming? Is this the only interpretation? What evidence supports this? Often, the pain lives in the narrative, not the fact. Extract the truth. Ask, what does this reveal about me? If a rumor shakes you, maybe your self-image is tied too tightly to approval. If a delay enrages you, maybe you've equated waiting with worthlessness. 3 self-check questions when triggered. 1. What exactly am I feeling right now? Can I name it in one sentence? 2. Why am I feeling it? What story am I telling? 3. What truth about me is this reaction revealing, and how can I grow from it? Imagine someone labels you a liar. If your integrity is intact, the word passes like wind. If it burns, perhaps a past misstep is still unhealed, or perhaps image has become more precious than truth. The insult is the mirror. The mirror shows where the work remains. Feedback is not an attack, it's raw material. When you own your reactions, you reclaim your freedom. Insults become data points. Delays become practice reps. Conflict becomes a classroom. The mirror of truth may not flatter, but it will always free. Rule 3. The fortress within, building unshakable peace. Many people store their peace in fragile places: money, status, comfort, control. But what happens when money tightens? Applause fades, comfort disappears, or control slips? Their peace shatters. There's a better blueprint. Build a fortress within, walls of stone that no storm can breach. You don't need to escape to the mountains to find calm. You can find it in a single deliberate breath, in a moment of clear attention, in the room behind your forehead where you decide what things mean. Imagine a castle in a gale, wind screaming, waves crashing, arrows thudding against the ramparts. Inside, the hearth glows, people are safe, the walls hold. Your mind can be that castle, if you root it in what cannot be taken. 3 pillars for the inner fortress. Discipline of attention. What you dwell on, you become. Starve your mind of outrage and gossip. Feed it with reflection, learning, and purposeful action. Set mental nutrition rules. 1 complaining thought must be matched by 1 constructive step. Mastery of desire. The less you need, the less you can be shaken. Practice voluntary simplicity. Skip a luxury on purpose. Delay a purchase by a week. Sit with a craving and watch it pass. True wealth isn't having more, it's needing less. Courage in adversity. Peace isn't the absence of fear, it's strength in the presence of it. Say, I can be afraid and still choose my action. Courage is calm in motion. Practical drills. Attention audit, 2 minutes. Ask, what did I feed my mind in the last hour? Replace 1 low-quality input with a high-quality one. Need less challenge. For 7 days, remove 1 dependency, sugar after dinner. Social media in bed, impulse buys. Notice your stability rising as needs fall. Fear rehearsal. Visualize the tough conversation, the presentation, the rejection, and see yourself acting with poise. Rehearsed courage becomes real courage. If your calm depends on other people's respect, an insult topples your tower. If your calm rests on dignity and self-command, petty words glance off like arrows against stone. If your identity is fused to status or wealth, loss will crush you. If your identity rests on principles, setbacks can bruise but cannot break you. No one is free who is not master of themselves. Mastery is the strongest defense. Rule 4. Emotional Aikido. Redirect. Don't resist. We often imagine strength as a collision, force meeting force. But the deepest strength is often redirection. In certain martial arts, the aim isn't to clash with the attack but to borrow its energy and guide it elsewhere. Your emotions work the same way. Anger, fear, sadness, these are powerful fuels. Unfocused, they scorch judgment, corrode relationships, and drain vitality. Redirected, they become tools. Anger becomes principled courage. Fear becomes preparation. Sadness becomes compassion. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. That means the raw energy of emotion isn't the enemy, unguided emotion is. So don't suppress, transform. Suppression pushes feeling into the shadows, where it grows thorns. Redirection gives it a job. 3-step redirection. 1. Name it. This is anger. This is fear. This is grief. Naming breaks the spell and engages the thinking mind. 2. Feel its shape. Where is it in the body? Anger like heat behind the ribs. Fear like tension in the throat. Sadness like weight in the shoulders. Located precisely. Presence dissolves intensity. 3. Give it purpose. O anger, right pointing arrow action. Set a boundary. Do a hard workout. Channel it into learning or rebuilding. Write a clear message tomorrow, not tonight. O fear, right pointing arrow preparation. List risks. Create checklists. Rehearse responses. Gather facts, then act. O sadness, right pointing arrow connection. Check on a friend. Write a letter. Turn pain into empathy that strengthens bonds. Micro scripts you can use today. Anger. My boundary matters. I'll speak it after I cool. Fear. Let's plan the next 2 steps. Then move. Sadness. This hurts because I care. I'll use it to care better. Think of water. It doesn't argue with the rock. It flows around it. Over time, it shapes even stone. When you redirect your emotions, you stop being a victim of feeling and start becoming its master. That's not indifference, that's intelligent power. Rule 5. The Phoenix Principle, rise stronger from every fall. Life will break you sometimes. That's not cynicism, that's reality. There will be betrayals, losses, and failures that knock the wind from your lungs. What defines you is not the break, it's the choice after the break. Hardship is not merely a wound, it's a forge. Fire and hammer don't ruin metal, they refine it. Obstacles aren't detours, they're the path shaping your character as you walk it. Think of your hardest night, the one you feared would never end. You're here now, breathing, listening. Survival proves resilience already lives in you. Now imagine more than surviving, imagine rising stronger because of it. The phoenix is the perfect symbol, burned down, reduced to ash, then reborn brighter. That isn't fantasy, it is a map. Pain becomes purposeful when you assign it meaning. Scars become stories of healing when you choose to read them that way. Endings become thresholds when you step through them with intention. 3 moves to rise. Acceptance. Say, this is what is. Stop spending your energy wishing the past were different. Acceptance is not approval, it's contact with reality, the only place you can act. Meaning. Ask, what can this teach me? Which strength can I build here? The moment pain gains purpose, it stops being just pain and starts being fuel. Rebuilding. Don't aim to return to who you were. Rise into a sturdier identity, wiser, freer, more anchored. Build new systems, habits, and alliances that reflect the lesson learned. The Phoenix Checklist. 1. Name the loss plainly. No euphemisms. 2. Write the lesson in 1 sentence. 3. Design 1 habit that encodes the lesson, a boundary, a budget, a training plan, a daily reflection. 4. Take a symbolic first step within 24 hours, a phone call, a calendar block, a public commitment. 5. Track tiny wins, proof that the new you is already forming. This principle doesn't erase sorrow. Grief is part of love, but you can transform grief into wisdom, weakness into resilience, endings into beginnings. You are not fragile glass, you are fire-forged steel. You are the phoenix. Every setback, every heartbreak is not the end of your story, it is the runway for your next ascent. Putting it all together, a daily flow. Let's stitch the 5 rules into a simple daily flow you can actually live. Morning, 2 to 5 minutes. Breathe plus prime, 3 slow breaths. Whisper your anchor phrase, clarity over urgency. Intent question, who do I want to be under stress today? Visualize 1 challenge and you handling it with calm. During the day, trigger right pointing arrow pause. When heat rises, run the 3 breath reset. Mirror check, ask, what is this reaction showing me? Make a 1-line note in your phone if needed. Aikido shift, name the emotion and redirect its energy into the next useful action. Evening, 5 minutes. Tiny debrief, where did I pause well? Where did I hand power away? What's 1 adjustment for tomorrow? Gratitude plus closure, note 1 thing you handled better than before. Close the day with intention. I release what I can't control. Common traps, and how to escape them. Trap. Confusing numbness with control. Escape. Control is felt as steadiness, not emptiness. If you feel flat, you're suppressing, not mastering. Return to naming and redirecting the energy. Trap. Seeking perfect calm before acting. Escape. You don't need zero fear, you need a vote from courage. Act with the fear in the room, not after it leaves. Trap. Pausing forever, avoidance. Escape. The pause is a springboard, not a hammock. After your 3 breaths and your plan, move. Trap. Making growth a solo project. Escape. Share your anchor phrase and one boundary with a trusted friend. Accountability turns promises into patterns. Mantras you can steal. I choose the second thought over the first impulse. My meaning is stronger than this moment. Less need, more freedom. I can feel this fully and still act wisely. The obstacle is training. I am in practice. Conclusion. Calm is a choice you can train. Emotional control is not indifference. It's the deliberate choice of your response. No one can take your peace unless you hand it over. In a world that trades in outrage, inner calm is a rare and unfair advantage, one that compounds over time, reshaping your relationships, your work, and your sense of self. If this message resonated, tap like, subscribe to Stoicism Drive, and share this video with someone who needs steadiness today. Drop your commitment in the comments. I choose wisdom over reaction. And if you want more practical tools like these, drills, scripts, and daily flows, hit the bell so you never miss the next lesson. Your mind is your domain. Guard it well, train it daily, and let your calm do the talking.